enlightenment is awakening. It is awakening from the dream of a separate self. You do Guru Puja, but what do you offer? You do puja to the divine Guru, the one eternal one, and you offer body, mind, spirit. What do you offer? What is the essential essence? If you offer everything to Guru, what do you offer? You offer your own self, your feeling of your very existence, your own self. So what does it mean to really offer this to Parama Purusha, to the Satguru, to your divine Baba? What is Baba? The beloved of your heart. What is this? Infinite one. It is not a man born in India. That man is gone. But in that man, in India, you saw something else. Not just a man born in India. You experienced the Satguru, the true Guru. And who is that Guru? It is the infinite Brahma, is it not? There is only one Guru, oneself, the eternal Brahma. So when you come in the presence of Guru, Guru appears to be a man, but where that man was, that man has surrendered that self. There is no man, there is only the Guru. Because Guru is the infinite one. There is no beginning and no end to Guru. There is no birth and no death. Guru is deathless because Guru is always. Men are born and die. Forms change and change and change. They are part of the dream, the dance. But the Guru is eternal, infinite, unchanging, the infinite Brahma. That divine Guru embodied in the man, because the man was no more. When the man surrendered completely, there was only the Guru. The man ceased to be immortal, eternal, unchanging. The Guru of your heart has always been. He cannot die. He is unborn, but he surrounds you in every particle of this universe, in all the changing forms of creation, and in the pure formless. The Guru abides. That one takes innumerable forms, and perhaps you have felt sometimes that divinity is all around, in all the people, all the animals, the plants, everywhere that divine presence is there. Everything is the form of the infinite one, isn't it? You ideate on that regularly, but to recognize what that means, what does it mean? Everything is the form of Brahma. What does that mean? Everything around you, all right? All the people, the animals, the plants, they are all the forms of the infinite one, taking the colors and forms of creation in the ever-changing. The changeless abides. But are you leaving out one form? Your form, not just your body, not just your mind, but your I feeling, your sense of self, your existence, the separate self. That is the formless one, the infinite form of divine creation. Guru abides everywhere. He is in the stars. in the sun, in the earth, in the sea, in the plants, the animals, the people, and He is in you. He is embodied in this night of creation. He is embodied in the day of recognition. He is embodied in all forms, including your form. To truly realize the great is to dissolve the separate self, the I feeling. Who is this I, this separate self? All the sages and saints, all the gurus have said that I feeling, that separate self, that is the very cause of suffering. Because you feel separate, then you strive to feel safety, to feel love, to have the body well-being, mind well-being. You are striving, you are grasping, and you are fearing those situations in which it is not well-being, in which your separate self is challenged. And you see the world in terms of good and evil, that which brings the separate self comfort, or the separate selves of all that you're attached to, and that which harms that which you're attached to is evil and to be feared. But when you know Parama Purusha, when you know the Infinite One, when the divine Brahma is in your preview, there is nothing to fear. There is only the Infinite One. Can you let go of this personal identity, this separate self? Can you surrender that to the Satguru? Your separate feeling, your identity as an individual, all the ego and things you have accomplished, all the pride and all the sorrow and pain. Can you give it all, recognizing it is a dream, a puff on the wind? The dream of the separate self is not the reality of you. There is only one reality, the infinite Brahma, the true Satguru, is the one reality. Who lives in this body that you have called yours? Who lives in the mind that you have called yours? Who lives in the I feeling that you have called yourself? Who really abides there? And in the dance of dark and light, day and night, shadow and light, truth and illusion, in the dance of all opposites, good and evil, who abides, both as the creator and as the destroyer and as the preserver? Who abides? Who abides in your birth? Who abides in your existence and in your death? When you recognize the true Guru and you surrender all of your erroneous beliefs and ideas, even the idea of you as a separate self, when you surrender this, you awaken from the dream. That is the awakening. That is the enlightenment. The light comes on inside, the light of knowledge, true knowledge, knowledge of your own nature. And when you have found the true light, the shadow self cannot abide. It is dissolved into the light, for it has no separate reality, only the belief. It is a relative reality relative to the dream of creation. It has no separate identity. The separate self is the dream in the mind of the great dreamer. the dream of forms and colors. And in that dream, there is a separate you. And in that relative dream, you exist just like the dreamer in the mind, in your dream exists, until you awaken. And then you realize the dreamer in the dream, the characters in the dream were only thoughts in your mind. They do not have a substantive reality beyond your dream, beyond your mental flow. Likewise, you have no substantive reality beyond the mental flow of the infinite Brahma. So when you meditate, you are meditating, trying to realize the great, but the great has always been there. Rather than trying to realize the great, simply drop your false sense of self, your belief in the separate self. The infinite Brahma is dancing in the dance of creation. He is both the dark and the light, the good and the bad, that which nurtures you and that which destroys you. For you have never existed apart from him. He alone abides in everything that is. He alone abides where you have believed you are. He alone abides in the sorrow, in the pain, in the love, in the joy. That one alone abides. In the very sense of separation, in the very sense of your identity, that one is dancing, the great dream, dreaming, the character of you. But who are you? You have no separate self. It is a belief. God alone exists. The Satguru alone abides in all the forms and colors of creation and in the eternal nature of being. This is the truth. Remember it always. Do not forget. Namaskar.